And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. Yeah, hello, good morning. The rain can barely afford it. Be get pissed when I wake up. This whole life is so fucking pointless. Feel with annoyance, usage appointed. Feel the rigor mortis, the shortage. Digital avoidance, give a coordinates. The brain goes in the morning, flip your portion. Try to make a fortune, fuck her off. I'm trying to get my thoughts sorted, my life in order. Fuck the government supporter. Penny for your thoughts, I give you a quarter. The conduct of disordered all over. The kamikaze, rewind time. Talk to me wrong, get bombed 7 times like Machiavelli the Don. I read the Bible and the Quran and plenty of times I'm at war with myself. Bring a peace to my mental, we're working on my health. I hear the voices in my head. Will I live to tell? Who knows? Heaven or hell? O's. Everyone don't get burned trying to make the funds. In this life you only live once, it's cold, so go live in the rush. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California roll through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to rhymes that could just ease your mind through the night and day. In a merciless maze of telepathic tragic, can't resuscitate all late. Just to say, contemplate the brain, contaminate, commentate, trying to contain whatever can be done. The thoughts just outrun everyone on the constant, just chalking designs. Fuck it, logical nonsense, stop it, the sonics reclining while driving, cruising late and I will paying homage, reading, gaining knowledge. If you coming at me with some bullshit, you can stop it. Just a thought, use your process. Open the blinds to teach you cautious. Just be cautious how the brain reacts. Emotionally detached from everything. If you trying to stop me from getting cash, get the fuck up out my way. Yeah, let it ride out. Yeah, let it ride out. Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride. Yeah, come take a ride. Come take a ride. Yeah, what? Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. California roll through the stop sign to keep it nice. Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. California roll through the stop sign to keep it nice. Yeah, what? Let the Alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride.
Wow. Shake out. Yeah, let my mind flow, I see the way out. Symphonies and synchronicities, attracted to my energy. Unheard soliloquies, bring the pain out from deep underground, vibrating the earth with my sound. I let my mind flow, I see the way out. Symphonies and synchronicities, attracted to my energy. Unheard soliloquies, drowning the sounds of mountains of clouds. In the valley, prophets were found. Yeah, who would I would be destined to protect the secret styles inside water's depths. I am master of the elements, I am water plus sediment. Check the depths, keep my sorrows where Davy Jones lockers kept. Bruce Lee said be water, adaptable. The kid been hella tactical. Rogue roaming, so golden, could not get my flow stolen. Oh, the bro is a show off, only natural, I'm showboating. Most of y'all been Shane Sun, got your soul stolen in a bad deal. Hard to swallow like a last meal. Rappers is puppets trying to act real. Doing anything for that massive pill. I said doing anything for that massive pill. Y'all mad desperate, the plan destined. This work is mad hectic, fam, no beyond. So we move in silence, that's clandestine. Believed in my vision so deep, just like Ash Ketchum. You jokers was laughing before, but who's the last laughing? Yeah, I let my mind flow, I see the way out. Symphonies and synchronicities, attracted to my energy. Unheard soliloquies, bring the pain out from deep underground, vibrating the earth on my sound. I let my mind flow, I see trying to get bigger than Biggie, rest in peace, Mrs. Wallace. Your son does live eternally through the next generation of creatives and storytellers. Street journalists, we going live in the stormy weather. Writing these letters, hoping that they reach you in time. Reaching your mind, save the part that's in a decline. I am a servant of the universe, I'll be your sign. I'm in the struggle too, working 3 jobs just to live uncomfortable. Remain uncomfortable like Clark Kent, stay hot like arson, and never let these motherfuckers cover you, yeah. I let my mind flow, I see the way out. Symphonies of synchronicities, attracted to my energy. Unheard soliloquies, bring the pain out from deep underground, vibrating the earth for my sound. I let my mind flow, I see the way out. Symphonies of synchronicities, attracted to my energy. Unheard soliloquies, drowned in the sounds of mountains and clowns. In the valley, prophets were found.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the KK Podcast brought to you by KK Labs. As always, this is being transmitted live from the beautiful city of Oceanside. My name is Victor V, joined by my brother Bruce. And for this episode, we are a little short-staffed, so just...
I'm taking up the space for those guys.
Just know...
I count as 3 guys, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, just know you're going to hear mostly Bruce, mostly myself. We got no Piccolo on the back, so even on the YouTube for the video, it's only going to be 1 frame. So apologize on that, but thank you for joining us. And we are joined by a great guest. I'm super excited to get to know him a little bit better. And, man, just watch. This is going to be tight. We got Kirby joining us. You guys going to get to know him right now?
Glad to be on here, guys. Thanks for having me. Totally super stoked.
Yeah.
O side or no side, right?
Damn.
All day. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, if you guys know, you know. But Kirby, he's a local legend, man, and in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, they also upgraded the phrase. Like, if you do it county-wise, now it's like North County versus everybody.
Nice.
As our buddies at Tradecraft Farms made that shirt, you know. If you catch it, Louis actually has one when they did a highlight for him for Artist of the Month for the what is it? The Art District in Oceanside?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Art District.
Yeah, that Art District's sick. It's cool if they have that.
Yeah, man. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about you, Kirby Clark. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Appreciate it. The Kirby Classic, as you know, is going to be this Saturday.
Well, before we get to all that, I want to get to know, like, well, the viewers want to get to know, like, the man behind the name. We want to go ahead and start off to where you're originally from here, from Oceanside.
Well, I'm actually from Orange County, where Knott's Berry Farm is, Buena Park.
There you go. Okay.
And my family moved us out to Inland Empire, where a lot of my friends, Riverside, Corona, Norco, lived there for the last years of my high school, and then my family moved to Oceanside, and I was like, I was the only one that surfed at that time in my family, and I was like,
yeah,
what am I doing out here in the Inland Empire, right? So I moved out here and been here since, I think it was 83, 84.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents had a TV repair shop right on Coast Highway across from where PCH is, that bar that's there. And I've seen a lot of changes over the time that I've been here and stuff. But Yeah, so I just been surfing. Came here for surfing, and how kind of like the classic kind of thing started was when I was living out in that Inland Empire. I had friends from the different areas, kind of like Vista, Carlsbad, because I went to different schools and stuff. So I knew the surfers from each school, but they didn't hang out or anything. So since I was friends with all of them, I wanted to put it together so that we could all, be together and kind of like warriors. Or not, yeah.
Maybe like a,
all the
brotherhood
gangs.
thing.
A surf gang,
So,
real quick.
yeah.
So anyway, so I was like, okay, we're gonna have a contest, and we'll see, and then we'll figure out who's what, whatever. So we meet at 4:00 in the morning at this donut shop out in Corona, and we were gonna go to Newport Beach where we used to surf all the time, which was a straight shot from 91 to the 55. But we decided to have someone said, hey man, let's have it in Oceanside. I had never been, none of us had been to Oceanside except for the guy that mentioned it. And that was before the 15. Actually, I don't know if it came all the way straight through like it does now back then. But we got here and we had it at the harbor, and that was, I think it was 82. I was 19 years old at the time, but so that's what started the contest, and I kind of had it every year. So it's actually the longest running surfing event in Oceanside, and it just grew into what you've guys been to, where the swimming pool and skateboard at Mike's and the bands and stuff. It used to just be a straight contest, and now it's more of a kind of reunion because we're all older now. But there's a lot of young people like you guys there, even younger, and you see how it is. It's a super cool vibe, and it's like a gathering of just the crew, and that's what it came out. I started making T-shirts for it, and every year there's a different T-shirt that a guy from Jake Unsworth. He's on Instagram. Great artist. He does tattoos. He's been designing the shirts and printing them for me the last 20 years. So I got a good rapport with him. And then Barefoot Mike is where the house is, where the pool is and the bands play. And yeah, but luckily we've had no like big issues with like fights or the cops coming and breaking things up. I mean, it goes to like 10 o'clock at night. So yeah, so and I worked in the surf industry I worked at Rip Curl Wetsuits. I worked at Life's a Beach, which you guys might be too young to know, but it was called the Bad Boy Club. There was this Bad Boy. Did you guys ever?
Yeah, I remember that.
The Bad Boy. So I worked there, and then I worked at the surfboards. I was the last one at Hobie Surfboards, building surfboards, and then the blind. I basically worked in every part of the surf industry: the clothing, the surfboards, the wetsuits, the whole thing. So
Even the model.
even the models.
You got to work them out.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because in my early years when I first got hired at Rip Curl, they used to have these trade shows. You guys know about trade shows and stuff back then. So you imagine the surfing trade shows. There are these hot models in bathing suits walking around, in these kind of conventions, right?
They're just fit,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And anyhow, so I'm like 20-something years old, and of course they're my age, so I'm like, trying to hook up and stuff like that. Anyhow, so fast forward to as I'm an older gentleman now,
Yeah.
and I'm in Florida, and I'm in this, and it's the same girls, but they're this, they're all like 19, 20 years old, and I'm like walking, and here's these two girls in the bathing suits, and in front of me, I'm like going, I gotta go walk this way, or somebody's gonna look at me and go, look at this pervert on the like, I didn't have no sunglasses or anything.
Yeah,
so I'm like, oh shit, But yeah, good times. So I've been in the surf industry, know everybody in that, so that's about it as far as that goes.
Yo, and thank you for sharing that, Kirby, because like Oceanside has such great surf culture, and I mean obviously all throughout SoCal, but I mean with the surf museum being here in the city, there's still a lot of stories to be told, and there's so many different elements around the whole surf industry, surf family that they're not always as exposed to everybody.
Matter of fact, I'm so sorry that I don't know her name, but a young gal just won. She's a world champion, and she's from Oceanside. I wish I didn't know we were going to get into that conversation, but she So the female world champion right now is from Oceanside, young girl. And then there's guys like Mike Lambresi, who was a 4-time PSAA champion. A lot of really good surfers from homegrown here, Oceanside. Joey Baran was first American, I think, to win the Pipe Masters. Everybody knows about the Pipe Masters.
That's Katie Simmers.
Katie Simmers, yeah. Shout out to Katie Simmers.
And
Congratulations.
she's 18 years old.
Big
18
old shout
years
out.
old, and that's really close to the youngest. If she isn't, maybe she might be the youngest women's shortboard champion. But yeah, homegrown. I heard she's a real sweetheart, and so no, Oceanside has a lot of history. And here's the sweet thing about Oceanside that a lot of people don't know. So Camp Pendleton's right next door, right? And there's a great wave there, by the way. But all that property from when you leave going north, there's 3 world-class waves. San Onofre, which you might have heard of, Sano, and then Trestles, which has all these world-class breaks. Well, that's considered Camp Pendleton, which I consider Oceanside. So even though it's like right next door to San Clemente,
Yeah.
I feel that we claim it like as an Oceanside break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's that. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of good history in here. So yeah.
Yeah, no, and I've always heard about Truffles and San Onofre and how the breaks are over there. I think it even came out in that one show that was filming out here in Oceanside. Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, they show it. I mean, homies are surfers too. I mean, they put in work. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, there's so many different stories out there when it comes to the surf community that don't get the light out here in Oceanside. So
right, and speaking of to kind of tail of the movie or the show, the Animal Kingdom. There's also, you guys knew the cheerleading movie.
Bring It On.
Bring It On.
Bring It On was filmed here, and of course, you know, Top Gun was here, and there was another really cheesy B movie with Shelley Long. It was filmed here, and who knows what else? But yeah, there's been a lot of videos, or not videos, but movies filmed here. So it's funny because a lot of people probably go, "What town is that?" It's like,
Yeah, I think in Bring It On, they said it was like somewhere in Florida.
yeah.
Well, the Top Gun, it doesn't really tell you. You just know that he's in San Diego somewhere because
Yeah.
you know
the base.
Top Gun.
Yeah.
And with Animal Kingdom, I mean, it's obvious. They basically say it's Oceanside the whole entire time.
Yeah, I love that, and I love that. What I loved about that is like Sean at Real Surf Shop got a lot of play. You know, it did so good for all these little communities because you know tourists would come in town, they'd go into his shop that would typically probably wouldn't even go to his
They
shop.
said The Outsider.
Oh, The Outsider.
What?
Oh, is it-
Yeah. Outsider, 1961. One of the movies listed that was
Oh,
filmed in Oceanside.
1961.
Yeah,
Wow,
filmed in
Oh.
Oceanside.
That's a
Wow.
classic.
Yeah, Bring It On
Yeah.
2000. I mean, I could go run through the list. You guys
Yeah,
want.
might as well. Yeah,
All right,
let's
all
run
right,
it.
I'll start from the beginning. All right, so we got Sands of Iwo Jima, 1949.
No way.
Yeah, Flying Leathernecks, 1951. Battle Cry, 1955. Zorro, 1957.
No way.
Yeah, Outsider, 1961. And what is Attack of the Killer Tomatoes in 1978. Yeah, no shit, right? I always seen that one.
I heard that's a classic.
Yeah,
though.
me too. Like, that makes me fucking want to watch shit.
I don't want to watch it now.
What
Bring
does
It
a
On,
Killer Tomato look
2000.
like?
Veronica Mars, 2004.
Oh, that's right. That was filmed in Oceanside High School, dude. My brother
No,
was going to
what?
school. Yeah.
Oh no.
But that was a TV show. It wasn't a movie.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Well, I guess filmed. I guess
Yeah.
we'll do that category. Getting Away Together, 2011. American Pickers, 2011. Sister Wives, 2012. Little Women, LA, 2014. And Gigging and Grubbing, 2015.
American Pickers. I remember when they were here. They were surfing. They were learning how to surf
Mm-hmm.
at one of those camps down there. Yeah. So we're kind of a little mini Hollywood here.
And it really is. And especially with some of these changes, you know, it only attracts more and newer people to come and visit Oceanside. And I mean, as a local, yeah, it kind of sucks because they're taking away some of the stuff that, you know, is emotional and, you know, carries a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah.
But-
it's a big fight with that, like the Anita's restaurant. That little house. You guys always went to Anita's, right?
Yep.
And that house on Coast Highway, and they all lived there. I don't know if they lived there, but it was. And then it's still cool. The new place is where the old paper is pretty nice. But
Yeah.
just the history of always going to that house, you know, and it was
Yeah.
neat and some of that stuff. But I guess, you know, it's time to change, I guess.
Progress comes in many forms, and it's not always a happy.
Yeah.
It's not always a happy progress too for some people.
Right.
But, to each their own, I guess.
It happens.
Yeah.
And hey, while we're on topic, it's how crazy is that we're gonna have a wave pool? You guys know about this, right?
Oh yeah. I think we covered it like sometime.
And
at
they found bones over there.
What?
Yeah.
I have no doubt that they did, but I'm just thinking it's funny that they have a wave pool. And, I mean, we got the biggest wave pool like right there to have that close to the ocean.
I know. Yeah, we talked about it too. It's like, so basically we're gonna have a simulated ocean for the waves, and then just when we have an ocean over there.
Yeah. I just think that's so funny, but whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But I mean, I guess if you're training, then it's cool because then you go to the simulator, you get a couple of reps in, and then you try to replicate that in like the main ocean where you have the tournament. So
well, my
pros
thought,
and cons.
My thought is, and I'm not sure if this is the plan or not because I don't go to the.
Wouldn't it also include housing and also like a shopping plaza?
Yep.
Well, what I was thinking is, all right, what we got right now? We got the parachute.
Yeah.
Skydivers, right? You got one of the best skate parks right there.
Oh yeah.
If you guys, it's like one of the best ones, most popular ones. So that with a wave pool, and if they put if it's kind of like a little X game or extreme sport type of little mecca in that whole valley area.
Oh, like how Oceanside used to have the X Games.
Remember that?
Yeah,
did.
At the amphitheater. Right, Vic?
I don't know if it was exactly at the amphitheater, but it was basically where the Seabird Hotel is now.
There you go.
Yeah, they did have. Yeah, you're right. They did have. I remember going there and watching the half pipe and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, you were there.
Yeah. I think that's what they called it. It was like the half pipe something.
It was like a big ramp that they were doing the vertical skating. I remember you had.
So you attended to that, Kirby?
I did attend it.
Oh, you want to tell us your experience, like from your point of view
of the X Games?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like. It was free, and then get to see all the best athletes in the world right in your backyard.
And at that time, you want to list a couple or a few of them that.
It was Tony Hawk and all the top pros at that time. I can't think of all the names, but I remember sitting up like I don't know if you guys know, kind of picture like a half pipe, right?
Yeah.
So it's it's actually has a flat bottom, but on the top of the ramp was like. Bench sitting like if you're watching a baseball game or something.
Yeah.
So you could go up there and just watch them right there, and there was also freestyle or street skating that was down by where the the stadium stage is and stuff like that. So no, it was really cool. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, I miss it every day, Bruce. Like I wish Oceanside was open enough to bring some of that stuff back.
Me too.
But at least at the time, I mean, I know there was a lot of influence because of Tony Hawk, bro. Like if it wasn't that Tony Hawk is a neighbor out here, like maybe none of that would have happened anyway. So
who knows, right?
Well, one of the very first world champion skate contest, freestyle contest, was held in Oceanside at
the amphitheater, dude.
The amphitheater, and it was. Before my time, I mean, I was really young at the time, but I've seen pictures of it and stuff, and even the world-class longboard contest was held here. So there's a lot of history, surfing and skateboarding and stuff here. It's just a pretty quiet community. When I first moved here, if you want to go back into it was so sketchy. You guys have no idea.
No, I kind of have an idea.
How you go on Coast Highway now, at the time it was called Hill Street, and all those businesses had bars on them, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they all had bars on it, so it was like, and it was so crazy. There was hookers, trannies. It was just after when the sun went down. You went inside. You didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to go outside. I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, it's like Southo near that donut shop.
Oh yeah. I don't know if I guess we just go on, right?
Yeah. Let's keep it going.
I got a story. As a matter of fact, this year, and it'll flow right with it because this year a friend of mine passed away, a good friend of mine, of my community, whatever, and
may his soul rest in peace.
Thank you. And we're gonna have a paddle out with him for the event, the surfing part.
That's right.
So, but check this out. This guy is such a badass. I'm writing a book about him. But this is, and I don't know. You guys might even heard this story. So, where you're talking about where the Burger King is, right there,
I think it's at Angelo's.
No, the Burger King
okay.
on Mission. You know, that's kind of by the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
So that Burger King, and there's a little Alberto's or something like there, a little taco.
Yeah.
So my buddy, he was at the theater back when there was a drive-in theater there, and he watched a movie. It was like midnight or whatever, and on his way home, he stops in to get this burrito, right? And he goes in there, and he's a big guy, and he gets this burrito. And at the time, there was these two Crips that came from L.A. and they were causing all kinds of problems, I guess, you know. And he ran into him at midnight, you know, they were going to rob him. And he's like, I haven't got no money, man. You can have my burrito, whatever. And the guys are like, you know, so they wrestled the guy, and the guy shot him. He got shot in the gut. Well, I ran into him at Mike's Liquor on Coast Highway. I lived around the corner from there, and I'm walking up, and he comes out. He's like, hey, Kirby, I just got out of the hospital. I got shot last night over to get a burrito. I'm going back to go get it right now. Like, he at the hospital to go back because he never got to eat his burrito.
You know, you got to satisfy your cravings. That goes way beyond life and death.
Yeah. I was like going, oh, my God. And he went back, and he told me, he's like, yeah, I just went there. Hey, remember me? I got shot last night. I didn't get to eat my burrito. I'm like, yeah, all right, here you go.
He's all stoked about it.
he was.
You got a burrito credit real quick. That's cool.
Hey, there's something to say about the Mexican food, and you know, here in Southern California, right?
Says a lot.
Yeah, dude. That's a commercial right there, dude.
Yeah.
I kind of want to film it now.
And you hear about it. A lot of the locals that have moved into different states and stuff, and it's the first thing they say. It's like, the Mexican food is like just the best. You know, like you can go anywhere you think you could get it. Even actually, I don't know if you guys ever been like Northern California and up there, and maybe try to get some Mexican food up there, and it's just not.
I know what you mean.
It's not even close. Like
Yeah.
it's not. You think you order the same thing, but it's not. So yeah, it was. So I you know, so this big shout out for all the restaurants here. We can go on for days and name them all, but yeah, we definitely are blessed with them, right?
Oh, I love the Mexican food here, dude. I mean, it's not necessarily like Mexican food, in my opinion, but you know, this style of Mexican food that we get out here, it's super good.
Yeah.
I remember I went to Hollywood, and I tried ordering chilaquiles.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing I've ever had in my life, dude.
Oh, they didn't even get it close. Well, you're not supposed to go to the
Send them back?
the trucks.
Nah. I ordered a michelada.
Did you
That was the worst michelada I had in my life, dude. That place just sucked. I'm sorry.
Did you go to a lunch truck thing?
No. It was like a sports bar.
It was a sports bar.
Yeah. Because I think we were watching like it was like football season time, so we were watching football. I think LA was on fire or something.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, it was like during COVID, I think.
Yeah. Did you finish it?
Well, I mean, I had already paid for it, so
Yeah.
I had no choice. But it was
like, yeah.
worst chilaquiles ever, dude. Like,
Damn.
the only way I could describe them is that they weren't chilaquiles; they were more like breakfast nachos. Like it just
Oh, my
horrible
gosh.
experience.
Did you leave him a shitty Google review?
Nah, I don't got time for that, dude.
Did you Yelp it?
Yelp it.
Nah.
Did you toss some dog shit in the paper bag and toss it out their window?
That sounds more like me, actually.
They shit on your date, you know? It was only right.
I got a funny story about that kind of the same thing. I had this girl that she was from Michigan, and she's never been to LA and the whole scene and Beverly Hills and all that. So I go, yeah, we'll go for a ride. I'll take you. And so we went on the drive and went to Beverly Hills, all up in all the different clubs, the rainbows, the troubadours, and all that scene. We saw all that stuff, and so I go, we'll finish it and have dinner at Malibu. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Malibu. It's like it's a really popular beach in that kind of area that's got a really nice wave, and there's a pier. So we go there, and they had like outside eating, and there was a building that you can go inside, and there was a person that young girls there, and like yeah, I'd like to see it too. And she's like, okay, it's gonna be like 20-30 minutes, and I'm like looking, there's all these empty seats right there, but all right, okay, this is LA, so we hang out and look out the waves and watch the surfers and stuff, and then they call us, and we go, hey, they're like, okay, and they wanted to sit us like kind of right here. I know it's kind of weird, but they on this side of the thing, and here's the ocean on this side. We want to sit can we sit over there? And so we can look down at the water. And she's like, okay. So she gets and sits down. So it was so funny if you can picture the girl's sitting here and I'm sitting here. And we're just ordering the food, and we order. And nobody's going in nobody's going into the building. You know, the waiters, nobody's going in the building. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? And this guy, the waiter guy goes and he has these little baskets that he serves the food in. And he's going up to a lunch truck that was parked next to the building.
Wait,
the food wasn't coming from the restaurant. It was coming from a regular Roach Coach lunch truck.
Oh.
But that's why they said it, so that I couldn't see, so we couldn't see where it was coming from. It made us look like it was coming from the restaurant, but that restaurant. So what happened was the restaurant flooded, I guess, and so it was pretty funny. It was just a big smoke and mirrors thing, but
that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would have been just better off ordering from the food truck directly.
Wait, were you pissed?
No, it was more funny than anything, you know. Well, the funny thing is when I told her, you know, because she, you know, I'm thinking, I'm like, hey, I'm taking her out on a nice fancy, you know, here,
You know what I'm saying?
you know?
Nice settings and shit,
You know what I
too.
mean? Like, I pimp it out here. I'm hooking her up with this nice restaurant food, and it's like, Roach Coach. It's like, I can hear you guys see this. Like, this is ridiculous. She's like, oh my, and she laughed, and it was funny. But
that was more like a scientific experiment right there. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Like how will the girls' experience be if they know it was a nice place, but the food came from there compared to just going there and the food was the same?
Yeah, it was true, but it's just the things that they could have easily said, hey, our thing's broken down. But they were told they had to go like,
they kept it
going.
going.
There's a 15-minute wait. No, there was nobody here. Like,
see, that's what I was pissed at. I was like, you're testing my patience over here. It's like there's 10 empty seats right now. What the hell are you talking about?
You can clearly see it. I was like, all right, whatever, man. I guess it's LA, but yeah, I know we got all kinds of experiences here. It's what I like.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I don't see anybody on the YouTube, but everybody tuning in, thank you so much. We're still here with Kirby,
Thanks, you guys.
kicking it, having a good time, and hopefully you guys are enjoying some of these surf stories because they're super wicked, dude. I love talking surf, talking skate, talking a lot of these extreme sports that don't necessarily get a platform or a chance to be exposed like that. But I do see a couple of YouTube comments. So again, thank you everybody on the YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're tuning in. Thanks for kicking it. So we got the first comment right here from Young Yachty with, I think that's a duck. I can't really see the emoji, but it looks like a duck to me. Yo, thank you.
Whack, whack.
Then we got Jessica saying, who is this artist? Well, I would consider
Kirby is
you
a musician too.
Yeah, I would consider Kirby an artist for sure.
Yeah, I have a band, couple bands. The singer, lyricist for Crud, which is just in like a rock and roll band. And then I'm in another band that's called the Smoking Robinsons. And what I'm on here for is I have an event. It's a surf and skating event, and I have a bunch of bands that are playing. And it's a kind of a local community thing that a lot of people come to. It's been going on for, I think it's like 40 years. So, yeah, and just these guys were kind enough to hang me on or bring me on and let people know all about it. So if you guys are in the North County area or if you want to make the drive from wherever you're at, Saturday, 1811 Ditmar Street, come hang out, watch some rad skateboarding and or skate the pool yourself if you're a skater, and listen to some good bands. Everything from punk rock, rock and roll, covers, reggae, and it's a 420 friendly type place too. So you can be comfortable with that, and it's kind of also a BYOB, although there'll be plenty of beer there too.
Yeah, that's what I learned.
Yeah, it's a really it's a real mellow vibe. You know, you've been there. It's like it's usually. I mean, we've had maybe one minor blowout that was really late at night, so it wasn't as far as like so
yeah. Thank you for that question, Jessica. And Kirby is definitely an artist. Aside from having his bands, he's a true creative, especially when it came down to being a big supporter of a lot of this culture and movement that we got with the surf and skate. So hopefully that answers that.
How do you and your homies feel like, dog, like doing this for like 40+ years? Like it just started off as your guys' thing, and then it just developed to like a whole like tradition.
They've been sending me pictures from way back, and the funny thing is, I was gonna stop it because I was like, okay, I was like going, I've been doing it for now, and then I thought like, a lot of but friends have been dying, and I was like, you know what, I gotta keep doing this because we don't know when we're going to see each other again, so if we do see each other once a year, and it's way better than the high school reunion. Sorry, I don't know.
No, most definitely.
Trash.
Most definitely, it is better than the high school reunion. But, my first time was a couple years back, but go on, Kirby.
But anyway, yeah, it's kind of it's like that. So it's kind of, and the main thing too is also friends meeting friends. So like how I got to meet you guys, and it was your friends that introduced me to you.
I know, right? It's just sick, just gang of homies meeting up, getting to know more homies.
And we're so far in age, but look at here we are, and that's what it is. There is no age limit of coolness, of broness,
right?
So that's what that's all about, and yeah.
I get that, man. It was like a community, and we're all like, man, we're all a gang of misfits in a way around here. We all just came together to party and celebrate.
Yeah,
what your guys' tradition, man. Thank you for bringing it down to our community.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just been a big part, and a lot of people help. Like everything. It's a one-man show, but it's not, man. Everybody helps out, so it's really cool. There's people that like travel from out of state that come to this, and people that are like it comes February, my DMs start getting hit up. Hey, when's the classic? I'm like, man, it's February. It's not until July, but but they've set their vacations around it, and then that's really it's like, wow, cool,
yeah, man,
that means so much to you that you need to
like got to make sure the date's correct and go ahead and actually plan a full trip that involves showing
up
there.
Yeah, and it's funny. The funny thing, you would think that'd be a lot of people that were lived far away, so they had to get the plane tickets and like that. But these people that are like literally live right here. Still gotta plan it, But
yeah. So everybody, you heard the man. You're all invited this Saturday to the Kirby Classic. So pull up, have a good time.
Yeah, appreciate it, you guys.
Yeah, all right, Bruce. Yeah, you're the one in the camera, so that people can see you.
Oh yeah, man, I can't really this light right here in my face and everything. All right, so we got live music going on. This is Kirby Surf Band Skate Classic going on. Kirby, what time you says this starts? You want to roll over to that side so you can
so you can be a little bit more in the camera. There you go.
Just roll right there. And bring the microphone with you right there. All right, Kirby, what do we got right here?
So very cool. So the surfing is from 7:30 a.m. to 11. That's just we're gonna have a surf, and there's a paddle out for one of our friends that passed away. So if you don't surf, you don't need to go to that. At 11 o'clock is when people will be going to the 1811 South Ditmar Street, right off of Cassidy Street, if you're familiar. And then the bands will start probably around 11:30, 12 o'clock. The list up there, the Smoking Robinsons is my band, and then
you got the Suede Denim Secret Police.
The Lumix Deluxe, I believe, is just an original punk rock band. The Suede Denim Police is a kind of a cover punk rock band. It's a lot of 80s punk rock. Sancho Villa's, these are all local bands here. Sancho Villa's original punk rock band, and you got the Reggae Bandits who are new, and I haven't heard them, but I guess they have like 3 singers or 5 singers. I guess they're a big reggae, but they're a big deal.
Dang.
And then there's the Natty Prophets who played last year. They're really good. They had a music video actually that they filmed at the Classic a couple of years ago, or it might have just been last year. And then the Gentro side, which I'm not sure, but I think they're probably a punk rock band as well, original punk rock band. And I think we might have another one, but it goes on pretty much all day. And there's the bands. So there's like a swimming pool where there's a bunch of skaters that stand on top of it, and they take turns skating, and then the bands are kind of playing off to the side, and there's plenty of room to hang out, and I say like there'll be beer. There might even be a keg, and sometimes there's somebody flipping burgers or something like that.
Someone's got to bust out a grill.
Always got a barbecue.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a good time. It's a pretty cool vibe, and yeah, like I said, you can smoke and drink and be merry.
Yeah, man. I mean, even like my first time kicking it right there, it turns out I was just chilling, and one of the skaters was doing what was going on, and then I recorded him. He was like, "Hey, what's up, bro?" And then he said the Kick It podcast. I'm like, "What? You watched the show?" He's like, "Yeah, bro. What the fuck?"
No, that's so sick.
I was like, "That's cool. Hell yeah, bro. I tagged you on the story right here. All right, thanks, bro." He's all watching. He's all stoked.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Sick times, man. It's a great party. Honestly, like the story right behind it of like genuinely like homies just kicking it, doing what they love to do. At this case, it was surfing, and then also just bringing everybody along for the ride.
Yeah, and like I said, friends meeting new friends. You know, it's like just extending the family. Just because I mean, you got me into this, but like let's just say, I don't know, you're a car dealer. Let's say you sold cars. You know, and I'm like, man, I need where can I get a car? Oh, Priest sells cars, so what are you doing? Yeah, can you hook me up? Yeah, bro, come on down. It's like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's that kind of thing where everybody can kind of, they meet each other and they're like, also, seeing your old friends and kind of reuniting with that, but also meeting new friends that can, and that's one of the most important parts to me. It's like, cool. And you see that, I see it like, oh, look, they're hanging out. Like they may never even known each other before, but now they're, doing business or whatever. So
there you go.
Yeah.
That's how life works, man.
Yeah.
It's great,
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't, some people aren't very approachable.
You mean sociable?
Or approachable, or
or
they don't want to approach somebody in a regular environment where, in a place like this, everybody's happy and merry and and you're shoulder to shoulder like we are, and and it's you get to talking, and the next thing you know.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the base of how the Classic started. Like I said, I put all those guys together from the different schools. Well, they never used to surf together. But after that, the guys from Norco were going together, car loading with the guys from Riverside, and
At that point, you just formed your community right there, my brother.
Yeah, it's what I did. Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, when I moved out here, I was one of the first ones that moved out here because my parents lived here, and then a few other ones came, and they all, the next thing you know, we had a lot of the inland guys moved here, which didn't stoke a lot of the locals, but after a while, I think we've been here long enough and been, in their side that we're all buddies now. So
there you go. It worked out.
Yeah, it worked out. So yeah, it's good people from everywhere. You just gotta know where your boundaries are and don't, treat everybody with respect and be cool.
Yeah, the way I look at it is like, don't try to be that much of an asshole in life.
Yeah.
There's like a certain bar that everybody has.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I don't know. Everybody's different. I happen to be like a personality where I can deal with pretty much everybody.
You seem like a very patient guy, honestly, Kirby.
Yeah, I am very patient, and like, there's people that are really annoying that I like. That people want to punch, and I'm like, I'll take care of it. I know how, so and that's how I kind of see things. But not everybody's going to be like me. I mean, you can't. Everybody's their own person. So
yeah. All right.
So that's that. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I got a quick comment over here, so we're just gonna segue real quick.
Conversation's been flying.
Yeah. No, you guys are killing it. All right. So last comment was Jessica, and then we got another comment over here. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it.
It's Renee Malloy.
Yeah, Renee Malloy saying, Kirby, are you single?
I am not. I have a smoking hot girlfriend in Huntington Beach. Smoking hot, named Renee Malloy. Coincidentally. Nice sweetheart.
Hey, pass the test.
There you go.
Oh, that was great.
I like what you did.
I'm stoked that she's on here and watching. That's so cool. I wonder if she's watching it on.
She's on
watching
YouTube?
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, that's where the comment came from. So YouTube.
Let's check on Instagram.
The Instagram. Let's see. Let's go to the IG. Shout out everybody out there in the IG world. All right, Bruce. This is where I get lost here.
I got you.
Yeah, it's not my forte. Oh, that bar. Okay,
You good way.
cool. Yeah, shout out everybody who's tuning in and out through the Instagram, through the YouTube, to wherever you're at. We appreciate y'all. All right, we did have a few comments over here. Not too many on the IG, but I will run through the one that we didn't get to earlier. So, Raul Aguado saying, Paulo Peralta in Search for Chin, Tony Hawk, the gang had filmed the greatest skateboard movie in the area. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's talking about Bones Brigade. The Bones Brigade. It's a film in the 80s. Tony Hawk was pretty young. It was about the Powell Peralta team, and they go searching for this kind of fictitious Asian skateboarder that's supposed to have all these things. But it's really cool. It's kind of the start of street skateboarding into half pipe, and a lot of those guys are from here in North County. Mike McGill, Tony Hawk. I think Lance Mountains. He's not from here, but yeah, it's a good movie. I'm right with you.
Yeah, thank you for that comment. That was great.
There you go. Sick.
All right. Then we got another comment through the YouTube from Josh Rodriguez saying, I love that guy. Big Josh.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, me and Josh go back a long time. As a matter of fact, he was one of the first guys I met. There's where we have the surfing event. This spot's called the Shell Bowl. It's like a reservoir. So it's perfect. It's like a perfect little skate bowl. It's all kind of crumbled and stuff now, but that's where we surf at. And back then, that's where I met Josh at, and he was there skating with his best friend Boo, another local, and they were young. They were like 14 years old, and I think I don't know how old I was, older. And then I had a camera, and I go, here, I'll take some shots of you, and I wasn't living here at the time. I was visiting my parents. And then I said, yeah, I'll take some shots of you, and I'll mail them to you. And Josh, he's like, this kook's not going to, he's not going to do that. And I took the shots, and I ended up mailing them to him. And he still has them. I talked to him recently.
That's right.
And so when I ended up coming here to live, it was like, he's like, oh, you did it. So he's a big part. While I got in with the locals, him and his family, real close with his brother and his dad that sadly passed. But yeah, great family, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Love you, brother.
Man, some of those comments are great. I don't see anything else out here on Instagram anymore. I saw J111 with some hang loose emojis.
Yeah, that's a shaka. It's like a hang loose. It's this Hawaiian's hang loose. It's the chaka bra. Chaka bra.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kirby, I have probably one last question, man. At least on my end. So how is it that you came up with the name for the event?
So I kind of was, I don't know, it was just at the time I was 19 years old, and I don't know, I was just like, I'll just call it the Kirby Classic, and that's how I came up with it. Oh yeah.
And then eventually it did become a classic.
Yeah,
a couple years later.
And I kind of I still to this day I kind of just call it the Classic because I feel a little like, is that kind of not stuck up, but what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of egotistical.
Yeah, a little egotistical. Yeah.
But people have known it to be called that for so long that that's what it is.
Yeah, I think it's a great name. And it has a very like surfy ring to it too. Because you don't meet too many people whose name is Kirby. So the first thing you could think of is like, oh, probably like some skater dude, or so. I dig it. Kirby Classic.
You guys never did like a makeshift trophy and shit. Some good shit, right, Kirby?
Didn't have Keith, right?
No, not this time. Not this time.
Yes, it was good. Thank you. And thank you for not having a bong because I can't do bongs, but pipe I can do.
They're all the way up there.
Yeah, I can see that.
You see my side.
No, I'm gonna be all spaced out. The question was
the trophy. Have you
the
guys
trophies.
ever done
Yeah,
a
you know
Mystic
what?
trophy?
I got trophies this year. I got a special one.
No shit.
For the guy who surfs and skates combo. That's new. And
Shout
then so I always got some. I used to be really ghetto. I would go to like the DAV and get like a football guy, a baseball guy, a tennis, and I wouldn't change the character.
I mean, they're cheaper.
Yeah, and I would take them to this trophy shop, and then have them change. Take the little bar off and put Kirby Clark on. So they got, instead of getting a surf guy on the trophy, they got a baseball player or something. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I think that's just the humor
Yeah,
angle of it.
so that
like,
was so I did that, and but at one point, people were volunteering to make trophies, and there were some really sick trophies. One guy did some like sheet metal, and he, bent the ways and did some really cool stuff. And my brother Kerry, who's the guitar player in this band, he made these trophies out of rebar and like nuts, or he welded it all together, and it's, oh my god, they were so sick, and they were big and heavy. And so I had a few people that made some really cool trophies, but I got some stuff this year, some plaques I went with this year for the regular stuff, and then the trophy for the one special thing. Yeah, so yeah, the t-shirt's pretty cool. So, I should
Yeah, do you have any images maybe on your phone? I mean, probably the people on the YouTube and Instagram not gonna be able to see it, but I want to see it.
Right?
Right, Bruce?
Shit, I'm all for that too. I'll just describe it to y'all.
So I don't know if you can
All right.
kind of.
All right. Oh, damn, this is sick.
So the guy
Yo.
that does work, Jake Unsworth
shit.
in Acadia, and I don't know. Let me see. I can.
Oh, then you
so
got
so I make a T-shirt.
a homage for your friend. Nice.
I guess so you guys can't see it, but basically, it's a skull with.
I can
instead
pull
of-
it up. Let me see if I can. Do
It's
it.
in my Instagram. If you guys are, I don't know. But
Yeah, no, it's super sick, guys.
But-
The font is almost like Japanese looking. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So you can see it, and so so my girl, me and her were sitting there talking about the design for the year, and she came up with that idea of the compass, because if you look at it, you can. What he did was he's got an LA for north, SD for San Diego, south,
Sick.
and then you got east, of course, Inland Empire, and then west is I have Orange County. So, because that's where everybody's from that come to this thing. They're from those four kind of points, mostly.
Oh, I like
so
that.
So that's why we went with the compass on so you can see that it's, and then, the skull with there's a surfboard that's one part of it, and the skateboard going across. So, yeah, he did a good job. And then anyways, we sell these. I sell them. They go quick, and I'm not trying to, I'll sell out of them, so you don't need to. I'm not trying to pitch anything, but we sell these there, and then it just basically pays for them. I pay the guy for the shirts, and I make one different every year. So there's people that collect. There's people that got like probably 15 of each one, and they're all different each year. So it's really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, those will be available for sale there.
And how much do you typically are asking for the shirts?
$20 for those shirts for a
Ooh.
T-shirt. Yeah, and it's it just covers the cost of the guy's art, the ink, and all that stuff. It's a lot. Yeah, it's pretty expensive these days. Everything is. So
Yeah.
and I just do it. And actually, up until a few years ago, I used to just print the shirts and give them away. The first people who would come, just get them, But that's long gone nowadays. So I got to at least get my money back or part of it, just
Exactly.
because it's I don't have that much money to throw out.
Yeah, no, it's tough, but I mean, $20 is more than affordable, and I think that's a great deal. $20
Yeah.
for a nice little souvenir memory right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Got to.
And each one's always different, right?
And that's the neat thing about each one's different, and it has the artist's signature on them, and they're really cool. I mean, you can go back for each year's. Last year we did one. Did you see it last year? It was a black
Didn't see
shirt.
that one.
It was a black shirt, but it looked like the Led Zeppelin logo
Ooh.
on it, and yeah, it was really cool. 1 year, yeah, it's different all the time. So
Yeah, so everybody pull up on Saturday, bring $20, grab some sunscreen because it's gonna be nice and toasty throughout the whole Kirby event.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
and then hydrate.
Yeah, definitely hydrate. Don't just drink beer. You know, toss in a little bit of water in between rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirby Classic going down this weekend, yo.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight. All right, you can still talk, Bruce. I'm just showing the flyer.
I know, man. I'm just like, man, this week's been good, and this conversation's been good. I mean, we've already dipped into this. No break. This has been nonstop convoy in this episode. Damn, it's been great so far. I'm kind of spaced out on this.
Oh,
one
you're
today
good,
a
man.
little bit,
Yeah,
to
but
be
yeah,
honest.
definitely no break. So shout out to everybody who's tuning in, tuning out, who's made it through this entire episode. Don't forget, we're still here kicking it with Kirby.
Yeah.
I do
Ready for
want
the
to
Kirby
ask.
Classic.
I do want to ask. This is like always a default question, Kirby. What's your like favorite conspiracy?
Oh wow, that's a good question.
So many, right?
Yeah, there's so many, and it's just because some are really funny, like Bigfoot and the Loch Ness monster, which I don't know if you guys know about those ones. And it's funny because there's Bigfoot everywhere on social media. You know what? I would guess it's not really. I'm more curious than the conspiracy theory, but I'm curious if and I'm pretty sure there is aliens and UFOs. I think interest me.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. Believe this or not, if my roommate was watching, he would totally get it. But we were, and I'd prove it to you. We were driving back from San Diego one day, and I was looking out at the coast. He was driving. I was in the. I looked out, and there was this thing just in the air, kind of round, bright. Just it wasn't on it. It was just floating. And I go to him, and I was pretty buzzed, but I don't think you see things. So I go to him. I go, "Hey, can you look over to the left and see what? And just see." He looks over, and I go, "Did you see what I saw?" And he's like, "Yep." I go, "Okay, in the morning, I'm gonna ask you, did you see that?" And to this day, we're like, yeah, I can go like this. Did you see anything? It had to be. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was people say that what they call weather balloons.
No, it can't be a weather balloon.
But I'm telling you,
No.
it was just this glowing thing, and it was like how like like a football kind of thing, and it was just right there. It was like something. Why isn't anybody like pulling over and?
Well, okay, so what part of San Diego was this, and when was this?
Oh, it had to be 20 years ago, and it was south, not super south. I'd say maybe. Where was that at? It was.
Like Pacific Beach, Ocean Beach, or a little bit more north?
Yeah, probably about there. Maybe a little more north. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was. I think it was more north, like where you said PB and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, just on the 5 heading back home, and I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, no, because I think there was this case a few years back that got undisclosed or something. But there was a sphere here in San Diego. They filmed it through the Navy. Just a sphere that just somehow just sinks down into the ocean.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's declassified. It's actual a UFO sighting, and it's just a fucking sphere just floating around.
It could have been something like that. It could have been by the Navy people that were doing something, because there was no word about it in the news or anything the next day or anything like that. So it was just weird. And I was like, what the heck is that?
Yeah, no, UFOs are real, dude.
Yeah.
Do you guys think like the aliens would intervene like in the governments between the world if shit were to escalate just to keep us preserved so we don't fuck up the resources on this planet?
Dude,
I think it's already going on, Bruce.
You think it's already you believe in reptile people?
No.
the
Or
reptilians.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother Steve if he was the one that you'd want when it comes to that. He believes in all of that, like the flat Earth, reptilians,
I don't know about flat Earth.
giants.
Giants, I
could see
giants,
that. Yeah, I could see that more than reptilians, to be honest. But I mean, who knows, dude? I mean, they still talking about hollow Earth and how we can't go to like the North Pole. So,
well, you remember
anything is possible.
Remember when Shaq got into the league, right? He's not. I'm saying he's only, but he was 7 foot. That seemed like pretty crazy tall. And there's guys, but they're not as big as he is. But they're.
I think
But
Shaq is
that-
like 8 feet, right?
No, he was 7 feet. I don't think he was.
Can,
was he 8 feet?
can you check that, Bruce? I'm
Fact check real
pretty
quick,
sure
yeah.
that Shaq is like around 8 feet tall or something because he's got size 24 shoes.
Oh, I thought he was. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. And I should know this stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I don't-
Oh, then because there's. I was gonna say because there's. I'm going, God, if he was only 7 feet, there's guys that are like 7'8",
yeah.
7'9" now that are coming.
Yeah, I think
out.
the taller other guy was like Yao Ming or something, that Chinese guy.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, those guys are super tall, dude.
Yeah, my bad. Get in there.
Oh,
and
you're good.
7 foot 1 inch.
What?
7 foot 1.
Oh, you beat me by one.
Oh, all right, so
Oh,
he's not.
yeah,
So he's not 8 feet, but
No, yeah.
8 feet would
He's
be
a lot more
insane.
closer.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
That's crazy.
No, actually, I was close.
yeah, because it's
I had-
7
I had
feet
7
and 1
feet,
inch.
He had 8 feet.
Oh, you had 8 feet? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, then my
Yeah.
bad. I got it mixed up. Then he got it right.
That's
But
still
yeah,
pretty tall.
Yeah, so there's guys. Yeah, so but there's guys. So if you're thinking him, then like now there's like 7'8", 7'9" guys that are like. So speaking of the Giants, you know, it seemed like before Shaq. I mean, there was Will Chamberlain and a few other people, but like before Shaq, there wasn't really. I don't know, like a 7-footer. We didn't see that, but now there's a lot. You know, there's.
Yeah, tall athletes, especially for the sport of basketball. You know, you're trying to protect the hoop and make sure that you make the shot into the hoop.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was definitely giants, or there probably still is, dude. Who knows?
What about dragons?
Yeah, I can't get behind the whole dragon thing.
I mean, we had dinosaurs, you know?
We do have dragons. I mean, not in the sense of the flying and
Fire
fathom
breathing.
blowing, but
Okay.
isn't that what one of the like lizard or you know, there's a Camino dragon? Is that what it's called? Something like that. Komodo dragon.
Oh,
Oh,
Komodo
yeah,
dragon.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a dragon.
Yeah, have you seen like that one that's like the size of like a dog?
Oh, I've seen them bigger. Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
well, alligators. Look out.
Yeah, yeah, and they're just like running like pets and shit. I'm like, oh damn. I'm not gonna lie to you, I would want one. If it
As a
behaved
pet.
like, yeah.
You're all sit.
Sit.
It's all fucking
Here's
stoked
your
and shit.
snack.
It's just happy.
Shaking its tail.
It's all scaly and shit. You're like, yeah. I could paint.
Oh,
I could
yeah.
paint the motherfucker. Do my Halloweens and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
So funny.
Damn. Well, reptilians. They also said like there's supposed document of like an interview of a person complaining they're a reptilian, and they go ahead and describe like their society and how there's like a certain groups of them. Like one is actually bad, trying to take over, and then the other ones are just like you're just trying to live. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, there's some really interesting stuff on YouTube that you can search, and like my brother, like I said, he was all into it. Man, he showed me these two really tall blonde women. I suppose they were kind of experiments, and they're like in some European country, and they're running through this like freeway, and this one of the girls of the two gets hit by his truck.
Oh shit.
I mean, like
Yeah.
you know, and she comes down and she gets up. I swear, and I don't know if the video was fake. And he says it's real. I'm like, whoa, because it kind of looks like it's taken like that. And he's like, she gets up and just starts running away. Starts because wherever they were running from, I'm like, that's gotta be. If that's real, like, there's no way she can survive.
Damn.
That.
Oh, well, I mean, unless she was like some sort of like robot, you know, where they could stand that. So like probably like Terminator type status.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's what he was saying. Like they were superhuman, kind of experimented, and they got away. They ran away from wherever they were doing it. That's why they were out in the street, you know, running from wherever that place was. But I just know what I saw. I don't know what I saw was real or not, but
Yeah.
it was just such a like, oh whoa.
You ever seen that one video of like some fool like teleporting? They saying he's time traveling. Like some bike is like crossing the street, and then a truck comes by and almost hits him. But you
Oh,
see
yeah.
him light gets him and transport him.
They,
to the
I
other
see
side.
a lot of those pictures and stuff where,
Mhm.
yeah, that's I think pretty highly likely.
So you think we're in the Matrix?
Something weird. Yeah.
Well, I guess it depends how you would define Matrix. Shit, can you pull up what it means?
The Matrix? Yeah.
Because, I mean, the way our banking system works It's almost like a matrix because I mean you have to give out your social, get a credit score. You know, it's just a bunch of numbers, ones and zeros, ones and zeros.
I mean, that's how like the laws of physics will go like based off of. Except what was his issue? Damn, I was seeing this one video of that one fool that plays that role in Hustle and Flow. Was it Terrence?
Oh, Terrence, whatever his name is. Yeah. But that was crazy.
That was very educational.
He speaks good.
Yeah, he does like these talks in like these different colleges. I'm like, damn, there's like crazy shit, but it's pretty damn good. All right, so the matrix, right?
Mm-hmm.
The noun, it says an environment or material in which something develops, a surrounding medium or structure. Free choices become the matrix of human life. And also a mass of fine-grained rock in which gems, crystals, or fossils are embedded.
So then, yeah, we're 100% in the matrix.
Yeah, it's something.
It's some good weed. That's all I know.
Hell yeah. Oh, dude.
We're talking about Matrix.
Bro, I was seeing this one video just like the other day where it's like they're thinking about like involving AI to generate like these memories that would go into a person if they were spending time in prison.
Oh, wow.
I mean, what did you just use, like VR for that instead? You know, so you could escape prison?
No, because you basically would implant those memories in their head to make it believe like they lived that life and they fit the punishment of their crime. Somewhere in the lines of that, but yeah, basically they have them like all like in capsules and shit, and like there's just which could take minutes. They're believing years, which I don't know how it would work, but I'm like, even the idea of that shit's nutty.
Yeah, that is trippy.
Yeah, and they also say give another choice too, which is actually do serve hard time. Yeah, depending on the crime and shit.
Yeah. The year 2040 is gonna be something else, dude.
It's a psychological fuck up. Yeah. Imagine like going to like prison at that point in time where it was a thing, and you get put in prison for like drug selling, because most definitely you'll probably get it like there. But and then there's just like a whole like trip of memories is put in you in which your family has died. You felt depression.
Oh, but it didn't really happen. It's just a memory. Yeah, it's wow.
That sounds like that movie, dude. Total Recall. That's kind of what it sounds like to me.
Right.
Wait, is it Total Recall? No,
Total Recall would be like the one when they go to Mars, right? Yeah,
no.
Arnold.
I think it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Arnold's
you're
right.
In
it. I can't remember.
No, remember the one with the 3 tits? Those are great.
No, it's not that movie. It's but it's kind of like Total Recall because he goes on different trips. No, but it's another movie, dude. I don't know. There's so many movies like that, sci-fi-ish.
I went off on that though. That shit's crazy. I saw that video and I just like, wow. I just went into like a deep wormhole right there.
I love talking like this, dude.
Yeah, man. Shit.
But
we got any more comments coming up?
You know what? Yeah, man, dude. We just kind of went through a crazy loop. So yeah,
that's what happens, bro. Talk conspiracy. That's what happens.
Yeah, let's go to the comment section real quick.
I wasn't prepared for that one.
Yeah.
I saw your face, Kirby. I was like, yeah, got him.
Shout out to everybody still tuning in. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Kick It, Apple Podcast, Spotify, everywhere. Much appreciated. Okay, we got Renee coming back saying how the weed is kicking in. Man, yeah, it definitely did with that little chat right there.
Oh, yeah.
And then out here on the Instagram, we just got a lot of viewership actually, just going in and out. So, yeah, not many comments, but definitely a lot of support. So appreciate everybody.
Very cool. Thanks.
Cool. Well, I think that's about it, Bruce. What else?
You got any last words, Kirby?
Yes, thank you guys both for inviting me. This was a blast. Thanks for the herb. It just perfectly.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you guys are fucking hilarious. It was fun. And these guys support Oceanside. Support them. Come out to the Kirby Classic if you're in the area. And if you like music and watching some cool skateboarding. Old school style, like more like Dogtown and Z Boys.
Yeah, more like the pool, the bowl, all that.
It's more
Yeah,
like,
the
it's more
empty
like
pool.
that. So
Yeah.
and that's it, man. I totally appreciate you guys.
Sweet. Well, hey, thanks Kirby again for kicking it with us. Can you let people where they could reach you at? Instagram or email or anything?
Oh yeah, Instagram you'll see Dances with Waves, and then on Facebook Kirby Clark. I'm pretty sure you can figure out which one's me on there. And what else? Oh, I have a YouTube. If I can shout that out, a YouTube video
There you
for,
go.
yeah.
Get it in.
Feel free.
for Hot Wheels diecast if you collect them, and it's called Curb's Garage, KURBZ, and then the word garage, Curb's Garage. So there's that. And those are about it, I think, that I have to get a hold of me.
Bet,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
That's
Reach
it.
out to Kirby. Pull up on Saturday.
Yeah.
Kirby's Classic.
right on. See you guys.
We do appreciate all the listeners that tapped in on this episode. When you what you're listening to, whether it be on iHeart or Spotify, or hell, even if you're catching the visuals on YouTube, and everybody that catches on the live, we appreciate y'all. Yeah, ain't that right, Vic?
That's right.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, and with that note being said, yo, thank y'all, and yo, thank you for sipping with us, thank you for talking up with us, thank you for kicking it.
Yeah.